We came to a really difficult place. We had experience in the last 2 seasons not winning here, and we wanted to make another step against a really good side and keep knocking on the door and keep insisting, because the way they play demands that, but very happy.
At the point that the corner was taken, I saw Gabi go in a duel, and I went to the back post for the tap in. So really pleased the ball came there, and did the last job.
Where Gabriel's jump so wide that it's almost impossible. If you don't stop him in the run, and we tried most of the times, we did very well in our defensive set pieces. In that moment, he jumped in a way that was very difficult for us to control.
3 goals conceded in 11 games. That's the best ever defensive start in Arsenal's history.
Yeah, I'm for everyone, because we work very hard in training every day, and that's the reward we get as well. If you keep a clean sheet, you need only one goal to win a game, and it was a tough game for us today, and we did it that way.
Well, Jonathan said it there. They are the best defensively in Europe. They've gone back-to-back games now without letting the opposition have a shot. First time in 22 years. So what's improved? Because they were already good last season defensively.
Yeah, I think they defend really well as a team in all parts of the pitch. So I just want to show you the first clip. You would say this is a high block. If Alan, you forgive me for saying that. But in terms of, it was a throw-in, and look at the reaction from Gabriel to get to it. You've got the whole team behind the ball. That is defending as a group, as a team, knowing exactly what they need to do. So you've had the high block. Now we're in the mid block. Arsenal on the ball. They give away the ball sloppily. And you think in this situation, will they panic? Nope. Rice sails Gabriel to go left. Calafiori doubles up with him. Rice goes into the centre-back position. Absolute brilliant defending. So they've had the high, we've had the middle. And this is what they've been doing, especially in the Champions League against really good sides in that low block. Saying to Fulham, play round us, because you're not going to play through us. And if they do get through, it's going to have to be something exceptional to really do that. Nice and compact, excellent, and I mean, the compactness in the centre of the pitch of this team is just brilliant. So the conclusion of that, if they continue to do this, last season they drew 1-1, today they get the win, and if they want to win the league, they need to carry on with this form. Because look at that, goals conceded first, clean sheets first, big chances against first, XG, and the rest is history.
And may well be.
Maybe.
As you allude to there, defensively, yes, very, very strong. They've scored the same amount of goals at this stage as they did last year, which is 15 goals. And all season long, we were hearing they really need a centre-forward. They need somebody who can, bag them a load of goals. They buy the centre-forward in Gyökeres. And he hasn't got the goals, but has he helped improve them?
Yeah, he hasn't got the goals. I mean, he's not in the league as of the 3 we showed in the previous clip, far from that. But I think he brings a different strength. There's no doubt that he will have to improve his goal scoring. As you said, he's only got 3. But one of his strengths, which has suited Arsenal, is he actually goes the other way. He goes in behind. And I think when he does that, that then creates space for others to play, because last season you had maybe Havertz or Marino coming short, and that's easier for teams to defend against. But when you're running the other way, they get deeper and deeper. That then opens the space up for others to play. So I think from that point of view, he has improved Arsenal. I think he will get the goals, obviously nowhere near as many as he got last season, but he will get the goals. With the number of chances that Arsenal create, he will, and his numbers should improve.
Yes, very good. Really tough place to come. Really good sign. We knew that. We experienced it in the last few years. I think we've done a lot to win the game. We put a lot into it, and we had some difficulties, some giveaways in the first half and certain transitions. I think we overcome that and became much more dominant through the game. And it was against a really good organized team, insisting, being like a hammer in a reaction. And at the end, through that and insisting, we find a way to score the goal.
I think it was a really tough game for us. I think especially first half, maybe the quality on our side wasn't there. But we kept fighting, we kept believing, and that's what we said in the dressing room at halftime as well. We only needed one chance, and luckily that went in, and after that I think we controlled the game.
Of course, when you lose a game, it's always a disappointing one. I really believe that our start of the game and our first 30 minutes, they were at very good level. We did create chances to score before before Arsenal start to have some control of the game. I really believe after 30 minutes of the game, the last 15 first half, they were more on it.
So Arsenal got the job done, right? It wasn't pretty at times, but it was all about 3 points.
No, I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think we're going to see a lot more games like that, unfortunately, because it's about getting the job done. What we know is that our defence is solid. You know, they know that if they score a goal, the guys, that you probably can win the game. You'd like to win it a lot more comfortably, but I think at this stage of the season, with this block of games what's coming, Kelly, I think it's important to win them in any way you can.
Yeah, and they did that today, didn't they?
Yeah, they had to dig in. Again, set plays, which we know Arsenal are really, really strong at, got them out of trouble again. But I didn't think Fulham did enough in the attacking area to really hurt Arsenal and cause them problems. But Arsenal will have games like this where teams know that Arsenal are better than them, so they're just sitting on that low block. And Arsenal struggled to break it down today, but they just kept going and ultimately got the 3 points.
8 clean sheets in 11. We've seen it now. We saw it last season.
Yeah.
This is what this team's built on, defensive stability, isn't it?
It is. It's funny, because when I played, that's what it was built on. And we had a defence where if we scored a goal, we knew we were winning. And I think that they've got the same feeling now in respect of our defence and how good we are. You know, obviously, while you're watching it as an Arsenal fan, you're worried because you think, oh, they're going to breach us and that. But, like, it's always... I think they had one shot. I'm not even sure how many shots Fulham had today, really, to trouble David Raya.
None on target.
So there you have it. But at the same time, because there's so much jeopardy on it for Arsenal, and they have to win these games to make sure that they could keep the points up above Liverpool, you know, you just have to get these games won.
Yeah, it was the first goal of the season in the Premier League for Leandro Trossard in the second half of this one that did win it. What did you like about this goal, Righty?
Well, again, it was the delivery, Kels. It was fantastic, exactly where it needs to be. And, you know, when you get in games like this, these are the deciding factors, the quality that Saka practices and puts it in. That's where he wants to put it. That's where Gabriel's going to that's where he's going to end up to get the flick, and then you want to make sure that you've got someone covering the back post like Leandro Trossard, and then it's done. There's a lot of work that's gone into that. There's a lot of work.
Arsenal scored 15 goals this season and 7 of them have been from corners. That's an impressive record.
It's so impressive. And I mean, there Trossard getting this little tap in between Jimenez and Kearney. But you know what? It's one of them where, if you look at the first graphic we saw there are 2 players trying to mark Gabriel. Now, set plays and this type of situations only work if you've got genuine people in your squad that want to go and head it. And he's one of those, Gabriel, that every single time the cross comes in, he wants to be the first contact on it. And he's either scored or he's assisted. Been brilliant.
Yeah, and we're seeing other teams kind of almost learn from Arsenal, aren't we?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not an easy skill. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of work on the training ground to make it happen. And to perfect it, you need somebody who can put the ball right on the sixpence, and that's what Arsenal got at the minute.
Let's take a look at Arsenal's upcoming fixture run then, because if you take a look at these, Benty, up until the end of November, there's plenty of games that Arsenal will look at and say they're winnable.
Yeah, they are, but they're going to be difficult for different reasons. I mean, Atletico speaks for itself. Crystal Palace at home, they're in good form, caused Arsenal problems last year. But you've got Brighton's, Burnley, that are going to sit in and make it difficult, more so Burnley than Brighton. So even though on paper you go, do you know what, there's winnable fixtures, they're all going to cause their own problems. There's going to be different ways of playing.
Even Sunderland away, that's going to be a tough game. Sunderland will be looking forward to Arsenal coming, a team that's trying to go to win the league. And Sunderland will want to cause problems in that game. It's going to be, all of those games will be tough for Arsenal. But I think they've got more than enough experience, especially the last 3 years, finishing second consecutively. They know how to go there now and what they have to do. And this is why, with the squad we've got, there isn't really any excuses this season. You've just got to go and get the job done.
Absolutely. I mean, but you don't want to be disrespectful to what Crystal Palace are doing right now. They have an incredible togetherness and they're a good team, but they will be licking their lips thinking this is a big opportunity. Let's take advantage of what we've got, that momentum that we've got, keep winning games. The manager was very calm there. I thought his assessment of the game was very fair. It's quite unusual. It's always easier, Stephen, I was just saying, when you've had a decision go against you, when you've won the game, to be quite diplomatic about it. There were times last year where I felt he overreacted on decisions. That's the worst decision I've ever seen. And statements like that are only going to make referees maybe not want to give you better decisions in the future, because subconsciously they do that, whether you like it or not. That's human nature. But I feel a bit of calmness is really important, not just from the team, but also from the manager.
Let's see it then, because we heard Bukayo Saka talking about it, and he was pretty sure that it was a penalty. Mikel Arteta's slightly different in his view. I mean, he's been told by someone that it wasn't. Anthony Taylor gives it on the field from this challenge from Kevin. Yeah. What's your take on it? And are we seeing a clear and obvious error here?
I mean, when I first see it, I said penalty.
That was full speed. So we slow it
before I
down
even see the replay. Yeah, and again, I think from this angle here, it's a little bit inconclusive. even when you slow it down, you're probably thinking, well, has he got the ball there? Did he get the player
I think
first?
we've seen enough angles to say that there is contact, but this is the key thing.
Angle.
If we can freeze it, Jamie, before the contact.
Take it back a little bit there.
Because this is what Bukayo Saka was saying to us, that he felt knee on knee before the touch on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's right. Kevin's right knee just gets Bukayo. He definitely gets a touch of the ball, Kevin. We agree with that. But is it a foul beforehand, Steve?
I was surprised that it wasn't kept as given, because where VAR's gone so far and where football's gone, it's been so clinical. It's been very much black or white, no grey areas. We can clearly see here there is contact knee on knee on the player before Kevin then gets to the ball. And it's not even sort of... I know we're talking split seconds, but for me, it is so... Not from this angle, but from the other angle, it is clear that there is contact with the player before the ball. In my opinion, it should have been a penalty.
The total elite in terms of centre forwards or finishers, that ability to find a corner, especially if you're low on confidence.
Absolutely, and we talk about side net, and we talk about those... Harry Kane's a great example. Robbie Fowler, Jermaine Defoe, Thierry Henry, when he used to cut inside and bend it, and they just hit. They can just visualise it hitting the side netting. Right now, he is just happy, and I think it's a really valid point to hit the target. Last year at Sporting, he'd find side nettings. It was so easy for him. Every single time he played, he felt he was going to score. At the moment, confidence is low. It's the same in any line of work. People at home probably watching thinking, when I feel good about something, I can make the right decision. If I'd second-guess myself, which is what he's doing, it's not working his way. What I will say today, there were times when he really led the line well. At Newcastle, he didn't get his goal. He led the line well. Is he ever going to be a pretty great footballer to watch, like a Van Persie or an Henry or a Bergkamp? No. He's a battering ram.
Does he give space to others?
He does, and he's going to open up spaces because he will occupy defenders. You could see there was a good couple of battles there with Cuenca and then Bassi when he came on. He will add something to the team. Is he doing what he would? I'm sure when he gets on that bus and he gets home tonight, how will he feel he's doing? What would he give himself out of 10? He'll probably give himself a 6, 7, because that's what they do, strikers. He needs goals, because that then just shuts everybody up, goals or assists, and we are going to keep judging him because he hasn't got the goals yet. I think they will come, but he's going to be a different type of player to the Arsenal profile that they've had previously, because they've had some of the best forwards. Wrighty was unbelievable. He needs a bit of time.